welcome to the first video in solving problems. I'm going to go through a series of videos where I solve a particularly difficult geometry problem that requires multiple reasons, and hopefully by the end of it you get an idea of the type of questions that you could be asked. So let's have a look at example number 1. We're asked to find the missing values giving reasons. We know that there are x, y and z that we have to find. To begin with, I'm going to start finding x. And I note that x is going to be vertically opposite to the angle 20. This means that x is going to be 20, and in brackets I write how I knew that. I knew it was going to be 20 because they have vertically opposite angles. I even write on my diagram 20 so I can use that for a later question. Now I'm going to find y. Now I'm going to use my previous answer because I noticed that the x angle and the y angle are alternate to each other. And I know that alternate angles are going to be equal, so y is also 20 degrees, making these alternate angles. Make sure you put them in brackets. Now, the z angle isn't alternate, it isn't corresponding, it isn't vertically opposite, it isn't any of my reasons that I know so far, so I might have to add something into my diagram, which you're perfectly able to do. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to add the angle A there on my diagram. Because if I can work out what A is, then I can then work out what Z is using the co-interior angle rule. Now, I know that A is vertically opposite to Y. It's also corresponding to X. So I can use either reason, but either one that I use, I'm going to get the same answer. A is going to be 20 degrees, and the one that I'm choosing is the fact that they're vertically opposite. Now, personally, I've written it in red, so you can see that it's not one of my answers I need for the end of my questions, but it is something that I've added to the diagram. Because now that I know that A is 20, I know that A and Z have to add up to 180 degrees because they're co-interior. And this is where I write my reason of co-interior angles. By subtracting 20 degrees, I know that Z is going to be 160 degrees, and I've highlighted each of my answers X, Y and Z so that I can see where they are and it's easier to tell when I need them. Time to summarize. Try and work backwards, or try and work out what X, Y and Z are without looking at the video, and then write down your answers. And that's it for the first example. I've got 2 more videos coming up with example 2 and 3. Have a look at them to get different ideas for what types of questions you can be asked.